Hello founders. So after equity financing and debt financing, today we are going to learn about the third kind of financing, which is convertible debt. As the name suggests, convertible, it is the combination of equity funding and debt funding. It starts with the debt funding and later it converts itself into a equity funding on reaching a certain milestone or a certain event in the future. So convertible debt is essentially a mashup of equity and debt. So you borrow money from the investors with the understanding that the loan will either be returned or turned into a share in the company at some later point of time after an additional round of fundraising, for instance, or once the business reaches a certain valuation. As in the case of equity and debt funding, we have seen how it works. Let's also see how convertible debt or convertible notes work. The specifics of how the debt will be converted into equity are generally established at the time of the initial loan. Usually that involves some kind of incentive for the investors to convert their debt into equity, such as discount or warrant in the next round of fundraising. If you offer investors a discount, the most common are either 20% or 25%. It means that they can convert their loan into equity at the discounted rate. For example, if an investor loan you 1 crore with a 25% discount in the first round, they can get 1.25 crore worth in equity in the next round. A warrant is also expressed in percent. For example, 20% warrant coverage. If we take our same 1 crore case with 20% warrant coverage, the investor gets an additional 2 million, that is 20% of 1 crore in securities in the next round. If the investor purchased a 100k convertible note and have a 25% warrant coverage, the investor would have a warrant to purchase an additional 25k worth of stocks. How many shares that will be is determined at the time of the qualified financing. The exercise price per share in the warrant will be the price per share paid in the qualified financing. Consider the following example. The investor invests $100k in a convertible note and warrant transaction with 25% warrant coverage. Interest on the note is 8% per annum. The qualified financing occurs 6 months after the convertible note and warrant financing, and the price per share in the qualified financing is $1. The convertible note investor will receive 100k share for conversion of the principal of the note, 4,000 shares for conversion of the accrued but unpaid interest on the note, and a warrant of 25k shares, all for a grand total of upside of 129k shares. This compared to a similar investor investing $100k in a qualified financing and receiving 100k shares. You will also need to set an interest rate, as you would for a straight debt raise, in order to repay your investors until they convert, as well as the investors who opt not to convert. There is also typically a valuation cap for convertible debt fundraisers, which is a maximum company valuation at which investors can convert their debt into equity, after which point they will have missed the boat and will have to content themselves with having their loans repaid or else reinvest into the company under the new terms. However, in recent years, more companies has been opting to leave their convertible debt offerings uncapped. Let's take an example and try to understand it in a better way. So let's consider a startup, Savings for Days, a mobile app that reminds you when your coupons are about to expire, is still in development but nearing completion. The creators are hoping to raise $500k to complete development and make some key expansions to their staff. So they have opted to follow a convertible debt structure, offering 5% interest and a 25% discount in the company's equity round next year. Now let's see when to do it. The convertible debt fundraise makes the most sense for startups that are not yet ready to set a valuation for their company, either because it's too early to determine one or because they have a reason to believe that the valuation will be much higher at a later stage. Though everybody believes it, but if you truly believe that your company's valuation is likely to skyrocket in the future, but not soon enough that you can wait and do a straight equity raise at a later time, offering convertible debt has the advantage of getting you the funds you need now while enabling you to protect the value of your equity later. Things to keep in mind as we have discussed it into the debt and as well as equity financing, so we are going to discuss it here as well. Things to keep in mind while raising convertible notes or convertible debt. The first is, it is the best for both worlds, that is for founders as well as for investors. For investors, convertible debt or convertible note can be extremely attractive. For now, they have the exit strategy of the debt structure and the security that comes with it. But they also have a potential for a discount on your equity if they choose to convert. They also get a chance to see how your business performs, allowing them to gather more information and decide whether they like where you are going before they jump on the equity train. The second is it really that good for both the worlds? Many investors do not look on convertible debt offerings with favor. They like knowing what percentage of a company they will own right off the bat, and they don't like taking equity-sized risks and getting debt-sized returns, even if it is just short term. For them, the way to sweeten the pot is by offering higher discounts, so they will have the upside reward of paying less for equity than the next set of investors. Is convertible note or not an entrepreneur's best friend? It is a very debatable point and people have different opinions about it. Entrepreneurs in the early stage of a startup tends to like convertible debt fundraising because it moves fast and keep transaction costs low. But if you are committed to giving up equity, there is also something to be said for setting a company valuation from the start and starting the process of growing that valuation early on. The fourth is, know what you are doing. Because convertible debt raises are by nature a bit more open-ended than either debt or equity, if you choose to go down the convertible debt part, it's doubly important that you can provide clear reason for that decision and a clear expectation of how things are going to shake out, both for yourself and for the investors. KISS, K-I-S-S. Keep it simple securities and safe. Simple agreement for future equity are almost the same as convertible notes, but in these cases the founder can raise money quicker than any other firm. These are introduced for 500 startup and Y Combinator. They are convertible notes only, but a bit simple, and the terminology used is the same as that of convertible notes. Convertible notes have debts which need to be repaid and interest rate and maturity dates. On the other hand, safe notes don't have those. So guys, this was convertible notes for you. With this, we came to the end of this section, type of financing, and we have discussed about the equity financing, the debt financing, and the convertible notes, a bit about safe notes also. As you already know, we keep on updating our course. So we are adding more sections into the course to benefit the founders to the maximum. Check out the next lesson to have a better understanding of the entire fundraising process. Thank you guys. See you again.